You feel like you are drowning, don't you? Overloaded with responsibilities, exhausted by expectations, uncertain about tomorrow, and secretly terrified that maybe this heavy, restless, endless cycle is all life is ever going to be. You have been tricked into believing that one day you will wake up and feel completely ready, completely confident, completely fearless, and that will be the perfect moment to start building the life you want. But that day will never come because readiness is a lie we tell ourselves to delay action. It is the comfortable excuse that whispers, wait until the timing is perfect. Wait until you have enough money. Wait until you know exactly what to do. Wait until people around you support you. Wait until your fear disappears. But if you study the people who have actually transformed their lives, you will discover something shocking. They did not wait for readiness. They acted while terrified. They moved while uncertain. They chose while unprepared. And only later did they feel what you are waiting for right now. They only felt confident after walking into the fire. They only felt clear after taking messy, imperfect steps. They only felt ready after failing forward and realizing they could survive what they once thought would crush them. This is the brutal truth most people avoid, because it's easier to hold on to the illusion that someday we will feel different before we start. But the difference you crave is not waiting at the beginning. It is waiting at the end of the actions you are refusing to take right now. Think about it. Every breakthrough you admire, every success story you celebrate, every achievement that inspires you was born in a moment of uncertainty. There has never been a perfect day to change your life. There has only been today, right now, this moment, this second, and your willingness to stop waiting for a green light that will never appear. Readiness is not a gift from the future. It is not a switch someone else flips for you. It is a muscle that grows only after you use it. The first repetition will feel heavy. Your hands will shake. Your heart will pound. Your head will scream that you are not qualified, not experienced, not capable. But the very act of moving forward in that chaos is the only thing that transforms weakness into strength, hesitation into courage, confusion into clarity, and fear into fuel. The longer you wait for readiness, the weaker your belief in yourself becomes, because inaction trains your brain to doubt, while action trains your brain to trust. Waiting for readiness is like waiting for the ocean to stop making waves before you learn how to swim. The water will never be calm enough, and if you keep staring at the waves, you will die on the shore holding dreams that should have been lived. The ones who rise are not the ones who waited for perfect waves. They are the ones who jumped in and discovered that their bodies learned how to float while thrashing, coughing, struggling, terrified, but alive. You will never learn what you are capable of by sitting on the sidelines of your own life. You will only learn it by throwing yourself into the water, feeling the cold shock, feeling your lungs burn, but realizing you did not drown. You adapted, you adjusted, you survived, and now you are stronger. This is why readiness is a myth. Because readiness is only visible in the mirror of action after you've taken the leap. Every time you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, you are reinforcing the chains that hold you back. Every time you postpone the dream until you feel confident, you are digging a deeper grave for your potential. And one day you will wake up to the unbearable truth that tomorrow never came, that the future you waited for dissolved into years wasted in hesitation. And that should terrify you, because you don't have endless time. You have this moment, you have this breath, you have this chance, and if you don't take it, it is gone forever. The clock is not waiting for you to feel ready. It is moving whether you move or not. And if you don't use this moment, someone else will, and they will live the life you keep imagining while you sit paralyzed in fear. The shocking reality is this: confidence does not precede action. It follows it. Clarity does not precede action. It follows it. Courage does not precede action. It follows it. Everything you are waiting for is waiting for you on the other side of a decision you are afraid to make. But you will not know this until you move, until you fail, until you try, until you get back up, until you push past the humiliation, until you push past the exhaustion, until you realize that readiness is not the beginning, it is the reward. And the ones who build the life they want are not the ones who waited to feel different. They are the ones who acted while feeling afraid, while feeling drained, while feeling doubtful, and they discovered that action is the cure for fear, motion is the cure for hesitation, and starting is the cure for uncertainty. You may believe that your fear is a signal to stop, but fear is actually proof you are standing at the doorway of growth. And the very fact that you feel uncertain means you are touching the edge of a life you have not lived yet. Do not confuse that signal with a warning. It is an invitation. And when you learn to move while afraid, when you choose to act while unprepared, when you decide to build while overloaded, you begin to understand that readiness is not what makes people rise. It is the decision to rise that makes them ready. And once you grasp that truth, hesitation dies, excuses vanish, and action becomes your new identity, because you no longer wait for permission, you create your own momentum. So stop waiting, stop rehearsing, stop hoping for perfect timing. Stop searching for certainty that does not exist. Start where you are. Use what you have built with trembling hands. Speak with a shaky voice. Walk with unsteady legs, but move. Because once you move, you will discover that the very thing you were waiting for was not something you needed before you started. It was something that was waiting for you after you started. And that is how you stop waiting for readiness and begin building the life you truly want. You have been conditioned to believe that struggles are a sign you are failing, that exhaustion means you should stop, that overload means you are not capable, that uncertainty means you should retreat. But the truth is so much more shocking. Struggles are not your punishment. They are your preparation. Struggles are not proof you are broken. They are proof you are being built. The fire you hate right now is the very heat that is shaping you into someone unrecognizable. And what you call pressure, what you call resistance, what you call difficulty is the weightlifting program of your soul. It is training you to hold more, to endure more, to believe more. And without it, you would never grow. You would never stretch. You would never discover the depth of your strength. And that is why the people who rise are not the ones who avoid struggle. They are the ones who transform struggle into their fuel, who take the pain and grind it into power, who take the doubt and bend it into determination, who take the weight and use it to build unshakable muscle. Because the very thing you think is holding you back is the thing secretly carrying you forward if you stop resenting it and start using it. Every great person you admire did not escape struggle. They embraced it. They did not despise resistance. They trained under it. They did not curse pressure. They leveraged it. You look at their highlight reels and you think they were chosen. But the truth is they were forged. Every sleepless night, every crushing rejection, every humiliating failure was a set of bricks. And instead of being buried under them, they built a foundation from them. And this is what most people never understand. Your struggles are the building blocks of the life you want, but only if you stop treating them like enemies and start treating them like teachers. Because the struggle is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal you. You think exhaustion is the end of you, but exhaustion is proof you are stretching past your limits, and nobody grows inside their limits. You think overload is going to crush you, but overload is simply proof you are carrying weight you were not designed to carry easily. And that weight is stretching your capacity, making you stronger, giving you endurance. You think uncertainty is going to paralyze you, but uncertainty is the birthplace of creativity. It is the raw material of every invention, every breakthrough, every revolution. Without uncertainty, you would never innovate, you would never stretch, you would never change. So the very things you hate are the exact things required to create the version of you who can handle the life you say you want. Because without struggle, you would never be ready to carry the blessing. You would never be prepared to hold the success. You would collapse under the weight of the very dream you crave. And the struggle is the training ground, making sure you are strong enough to sustain what you are chasing. Think about a diamond. It is nothing but carbon until it is pressed under unbearable pressure and heat, and only then does it become something valuable, something rare, something unbreakable. You are the same. You are not becoming weaker because you are under pressure. You are becoming priceless. You are not fragile because you are being stretched. You are becoming unshakable. The resistance you feel is not rejection. It is refinement. The weight you carry is not punishment. It is preparation. But you cannot see this while you are in it. You only see it when you refuse to quit, when you refuse to let the weight bury you, when you rise out of it with scars, with lessons, with resilience that no easy life could ever produce. That is when you realize struggle was never the enemy. It was the architect. And yet, so many people waste their struggle. They drown in self-pity. They give up halfway. They complain. They numb themselves. And in doing so, they rob themselves of the very strength they were meant to build. The storm was sent to shape them, but they hid from it. The resistance was designed to train them, but they resented it. The pressure was meant to birth a new version of them, but they surrendered to it. And that is why so few ever rise, not because they lack talent, not because they lacked intelligence, but because they misunderstood struggle. And when you misunderstand struggle, you miss your transformation. But when you embrace struggle, you unlock a power you did not know existed, a strength you did not know you carried, a version of yourself you did not know was waiting. So let me tell you something that will jolt you awake. Your struggle is your secret weapon. Your exhaustion is your hidden training. Your uncertainty is your invitation. And your overload is your opportunity. If you shift your perspective and stop asking, why me, and start asking, what is this making me? Your entire life changes. Because suddenly the things you thought were curses become blessings. The things you thought were setbacks become setups. The things you thought were losses become lessons. And that shift turns pain into power. It turns chaos into clarity. It turns wounds into wisdom. And once you see struggle this way, you stop running from it and you start running through it. Because you know on the other side of it is strength nobody can take from you. Do not waste your suffering. Do not waste your pain. Do not waste your exhaustion. Because buried inside every single ounce of it is a seed of strength that will only grow if you endure it. If you fight through it. If you keep moving in spite of it. One day the very things that made you cry will be the reasons people look at you and wonder how you became so strong. One day the very moments that almost broke you will be the proof that nothing can stop you. One day the very struggles you despised will be the stories that inspire others to rise. But you cannot get there if you quit now. You cannot discover that strength if you run away. You cannot unlock the power if you numb the pain. You must face it. You must feel it. You must walk through it. And when you do, you will be unstoppable. So the next time you feel overloaded, remember it is not crushing you. It is stretching you. The next time you feel exhausted, remember it is not killing you, it is building you. The next time you feel uncertain, remember it is not blocking you, it is guiding you. And the next time you feel struggle, remember it is not a wall, it is a door. And when you push through that door, you will not only build the life you want, you will become the kind of person who can sustain it, protect it, and expand it, because your struggles were not wasted, they were converted into strength, and that strength will carry you further than you ever imagined.